This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. It's the spooky season, but updating your home with new windows and doors doesn't have to be scary. Right now at Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, you can get one window or door and get another window or door at 40% off, and an additional $200 off your project to boot. Call 717-727-7558 or drop by rbacentralpa.com/deals to get on this one now. A union has called an American Airlines executive's response to the death of a flight attendant dismissive. Meanwhile, Reese's new sweepstakes aren't as sweet as you think, at least according to state law. There's new updates on those Beaver Stadium renovations. Lastly, he's loose, footloose. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in a PA. 66-year-old American Airlines flight attendant Diana Ramos was found dead inside her hotel room in Philadelphia last month under what cops are calling suspicious circumstances, reports Philly Voice. And while police are still investigating Ramos's death, a union representing more than 26,000 American Airlines flight attendants, the Association of Professional Flight Attendants, has taken open issue with how their employer responded to the news of her passing. According to a statement published by the union, cabin crews expressed safety concerns after finding out Ramos had died and asked senior management to relocate them to another hotel for layovers in Philadelphia. Management refused. Furthermore, the statement criticized Senior Vice President of In-Flight Services, Brady Burns, for his, quote, dismissive attitude, unquote, in hearing these concerns. This release of this statement and its delivery via letter to Burns directly comes just as the union prepares to start up labor negotiations with American Airlines in the hopes of forming a new contract. If you've bought Reese's lately, you may have noticed this promotion on 2-cup packages that says how you could win $25,000 in a sweepstakes, with small print inside bearing the words, "No purchase necessary to enter," reports the Associated Press. But lawmakers, both at the state and federal level, are making a sour point on this sweet deal, as it may violate some sweepstakes laws. See, sweepstakes are mostly governed by state laws, which require that no purchase is necessary to participate. A contest that requires a purchase is a lottery, which falls under different rules. Basically, some experts are accusing the Reese's packaging to be unfair and a bit deceptive, leading people to think they need to buy the Reese's in order to enter, only to read the small print inside and find you didn't actually have to buy their product. While there is no formal investigation into the packaging as of yet, it was brought to the attention of many officials by the former Assistant Attorney General of Massachusetts, Edward Dworsky. There's a new update on those renovations to Beaver Stadium, states PennLive. Penn State has revealed its architect for the multi-year, multi-phase $700 million project, a firm called Populous. This entire effort is slated to begin at the end of the 2024 football season and end before the 2027 season. Says VP for Intercollegiate Athletics, Patrick Kraft, quote, "These companies have a strong history of both renovating and building college football and NFL stadiums, and we know they will provide us with a great plan to make Beaver Stadium an even greater beacon for our university and department." He's on the loose, footloose, proclaims the Hanover Evening Sun. A rescue pig named Kevin Bacon escaped from his home on a farm in Cumberland Township, which is right outside of Gettysburg, over the weekend. Kevin's owner, Chelsea, explained via Facebook that he managed to uproot one of the poles in his pig pen, allowing for him to sneak out of it. Chelsea warned Kevin's a bit shy around people and can get kinda skittish, making his nervous personality, paired with the fact that he's a pretty big boy, a bit of a roadblock to catching him. Kevin's still out and about as of the recording of this episode. I would also like to point out Kevin escaped the day after Friday the 13th, one of actor Kevin Bacon's earliest films. Coincidence? That's all for today. For even more Pennsylvania news and beyond, pay a visit to PennLive.com. And please don't forget to rate this podcast wherever you may listen to it and to share it around with your family and friends. Thanks in advance, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll be back again tomorrow for another episode of Today in a PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. It's the spooky season, but updating your home with new windows and doors doesn't have to be scary. Right now at Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, you can get one window or door and get another window or door at 40% off, and an additional $200 off your project to boot. Call 717-727-7558 or drop by rbacentralpa.com/deals to get on this one now.